It is so important, now more than ever, that we take the time to care for one another, to say thank you, to recognize successes and positive impact, and to celebrate our CMF community. I am delighted to share this virtual space with you to honor colleagues and partners in our CMF community of philanthropy who have devoted their time, talents, and treasure to advance equitable change in the communities we serve. On behalf of CMF's Board of Trustees and staff, I am proud to join in honoring our 2021 Philanthropy Award honorees, celebrating the leadership of passionate change makers in Michigan.
Thank you. Thank you all for your kindness to me.
I think,
Gosh, Kyle, I don't know what to say. Oh my goodness.
Very surprised.
Yeah, I appreciate this.
Absolutely.
As Tri-Chairs of Emerging Practitioners in Philanthropy Michigan, otherwise known as EPIP, Tori, Mark, and I are thrilled to present this first award.
This year, EPIP Michigan partnered with CMF to create the Emerging Leader in Philanthropy Award to recognize emerging practitioners in the field who demonstrate leadership, a commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, and advocate for social justice.
We are proud to honor Erica Van Dyke, Program Officer at the Grand Rapids Community Foundation, as the first recipient of the Emerging Leader in Philanthropy Award. Erica facilitates grant making for the Foundation's restricted and identity-based funds, including the African American Heritage Fund, Latinx Advisory Committee, LGBTQ Fund, and Youth Grant Committee. Erica has a passion for forging new partnerships with those who have historically been left out of traditional philanthropy.
Congratulations, Erica, on this well-earned recognition and acknowledgement of your amazing talents and impact on our community. From the moment you joined our team, you have led us by example with your courage and a personal conviction that shines through in everything you do. We can always count on you to center community and prioritize the right voices in pursuit of equity and justice. And I can't imagine there ever being a more deserving recipient. A high bar has certainly been set for this first time award. We are all incredibly proud and honored to work with you, and congratulations. We can't wait to see where you lead us next.
I feel so honored to receive this award. Thank you to CMF and EPIP. I'm a strong believer in the power of both and, but when I joined the Grand Rapids Community Foundation team, I wasn't sure how I would balance working in philanthropy with standing in solidarity alongside the communities I'm accountable to as a queer Latina. We're talking about capitalism, racism, the nonprofit industrial complex. I wasn't sure if those systems could function in ways that get me and my people closer to liberation. I'm not gonna lie, on the rough days, I'm still not sure. But on the good days, I catch glimpses. I see grassroots groups organizing mutual aid and vaccine efforts and foundations finding ways to support them. I see student grant makers asking leaders how youth voice is incorporated into their planning processes. I see initiatives around wellness and compensation for the emotional labor of nonprofit staff of color. I see communities demanding transparency and accountability from law enforcement, from elected officials, from schools, from funders. We've still got so much to do, but on days like today, I can imagine that together we can build something better. I know I'm at time, but I'd be remiss if I didn't share my appreciation for those I've learned from over the last 3 years. Kate Leckard-Schmidt, Jean Sewing, Chris Cutzley, Janine Couch, who got me into all of this, and the rest of my GRCF team, Cicely Moore, Stacey Stout, Joanne Harris, EPIP, and Geo for all the philanthropy wisdom and ideas, and the non-philanthropy humans in my life who keep me focused on the revolution, especially Brandy Arnold, Sergio Sierra Reyes, Bo Torres, and Doctors Katie, Kristen, and Jenny. Any success I've had in this role is a credit to those people and so many more, including those who came before and paved the way for me. Thank you.
Congratulations to Erica. As the president and CEO of the Michigan Nonprofit Association, I am thrilled to present the Dr. Russell G. Mabi Award for Philanthropy, which was created by M&A and CMF in 1995 upon the retirement of Dr. Mabi as Chairman and CEO of the W.K. Kellogg Foundation. This award honors individuals or families who have encouraged private action for the public good. This year, we are honoring two incredible leaders who exemplify the legacy of Dr. Mabi through their leadership in championing collaborative solutions for communities. This year's honorees are Becky Ewing, retired Executive Director of Rotary Charities of Traverse City, and Miriam Nolan, President of the Community Foundation for Southeast Michigan. Becky Ewing retired earlier this year from her role as Executive Director of Rotary Charities of Traverse City after a decade of service. During her tenure, she inspired and supported private action for public good, leading the organization through a strategic redirection that resulted in a courageous new focus on systems change as a strategy to make an impact on complex, entrenched community problems.
Becky Ewing embodies all of the values and characteristics more than deserving to get the Russell Mabi Award this year from CMF. Becky's a collaborator. She has such community focus, always wanting to engage the public. She's just been amazing in terms of her connections. Connecting resources and people together for projects for community benefit has just been an amazing thing to watch over the years. But the thing that's probably most like Becky, might also be most like Dr. Mabi, is that she looks for long-term impact. What's a strategy that's going to be upstream to help us really solve problems systematically in our communities? And she has the courage to take those values, to take those ideas, to take that innovation and actually implement it with an amazing staff that she's built into a really cohesive team. She's both the coach and the cheerleader. It's been my honor to know Becky many years, and I'm thrilled that she was my successor at Rotary Charities. And I can't think of anyone more deserving of the Russell Mabi Award than Becky Ewing.
Well, I am deeply humbled today to be in the position of receiving the Russ Mabi Award. And especially given the fact that Russ was just such a great collaborator, community builder, his investment and belief in youth and leadership, and believing in inclusiveness, that everyone can be a philanthropist. And a lot of that are some of the aspects of systems change, which is what Rotary Charities has been working very hard on over the course of the last 5 or 6 years. And so it just feels very aligned with what he would hope as we begin to build adaptive leadership, bring people together to work on really sticky issues and try to get further upstream on those issues, and to begin to pivot our grant making in a way that helps to build more resilient communities. And so it feels like Russ is on our shoulder today, and nodding and smiling, and understanding that the work we're doing as philanthropists is really difficult work. We're trying to find new ways to work together to get further upstream and see what the root causes are of these really complex, wicked problems, and begin to think about ways together to make durable change for people who are the most marginalized in our communities. And then also to build communities that are resilient and vibrant and kind. And so I just want to thank CMF and MNA, and a special shout out to Marcia Smith, our longtime leader and my dear friend, for nominating me. And also the Rotary Charities staff and board, particularly Sakura Takano, our new CEO, and Freya Bradford, who has been sort of the kernel of understanding systems change and how, as philanthropists, we can play a role in that. And finally, I would love to thank the CMF community and also all of the change makers in our region who are taking the time to work together in different ways to really get further upstream and make these changes possible for everyone. So thank you. Thank you. I am deeply humbled and I miss you all.
Thank you, Becky, for your service, and we hope you're enjoying retirement. We are proud to honor Miriam Nolan, the founding president of the Community Foundation for Southeast Michigan, who will also be retiring soon, with this year's Dr. Russell G. Mabi Award for Philanthropy. For over 3 decades, Miriam has led the Community Foundation to create and support countless projects that have transformed Southeast Michigan. From the development of more than 100 miles of greenways in the region, helping Detroit recover from bankruptcy, including her efforts to preserve retiree pensions and save the Detroit Institute of Arts.
Miriam, congratulations. I cannot think of anyone who deserves this award more. Someone who spent a lifetime making philanthropy important in Southeast Michigan, changing so many lives, building so much trust, and leaving a legacy of great value, permanent capital for our charities and our community. God bless.
To CMF and all involved, my thank you. I'm particularly honored to receive a Russell G. Mabi Award. This award recognizes the life and service of Russ Mabi, someone I had the pleasure to know during my time at the Community Foundation. Russ was deeply principled, and I watched how he connected with everyone and how he wanted everyone to have the services and support they needed to be the best they could be. I've tried to follow Russ's example, and I hope I've had an impact in a positive way as Russ did during his life. I feel privileged to have worked in philanthropy and with a marvelous staff. This also gives me a chance to tell everyone how important the Council of Michigan Foundation was in the establishment of the Community Foundation, and to say thank you to CMF for all that they have done for the Community Foundation over our 36-year history. So for those and other reasons, I'm deeply honored. I'm privileged, and I thank you very much.
Congratulations to Becky and Miriam, and thank you for your leadership. As the co-chairs of CMF's Michigan Forum for African Americans in Philanthropy Affinity Group, David and I are honored to present this year's Dr. Gerald K. Smith Award for Philanthropy. Dr. Smith dedicated his entire career to making the Detroit community better for children and their families. The award honors his leadership and legacy, recognizing significant efforts and contributions of individuals in the field whose work and grant-making activities promote effective and responsive social change in African American communities and who have demonstrated leadership, impact, creativity, and collaboration.
We are delighted to present the 2021 Dr. Gerald K. Smith Award for Philanthropy to Pamela Lewis. As Executive Director of the New Economy Initiative, one of the largest economic development initiatives of its kind, Pamela is a leading advocate of inclusive entrepreneurship and seeks to elevate the work of Black-led organizations. She is a true collaborator, and her impact is felt throughout Southeast Michigan. Congratulations.
Pam Lewis is an absolute star. She is a leader. She is a catalyst for change. She is a champion who's not afraid to roll up her sleeves and actually get the work done. And my favorite thing about Pam is the way she does it with humility. She doesn't need to be out in front where she can be a lightning rod and distract from the real work. She likes to get behind the scenes and actually make the change happen that we need in our community.
When I was informed that I received this prestigious award, I was actually shocked, mostly because I thought the scheduled call with Kyle was following up on a project we've been discussing. And secondly, because like most people in this field, you don't expect these kinds of things. I didn't know Mr. Smith personally, but I read and heard so much about his innovative and collaborative leadership, and just really count this as an honor to be recognized in his name. I entered philanthropy, I think 16 years ago from the private sector, and I knew it was time to make a change, and I really wanted to make a difference. But I had no idea the level of joy and inspiration that the work every day would bring me most of the time. You know, as a grant maker and someone that has been building an inclusive network of support for entrepreneurs in Metro Detroit, this is really special. Our community has been hit very hard during the pandemic, and I think even though I realized this, it really came to light just how necessary philanthropy is in supporting the economic development lane, particularly for those that are underserved and those that are traditionally disconnected from capital and resources. And so I'm honored to be able to do that every day. Inclusion is critical for all of us. We all know that in this room, and hopefully we're starting to learn that even more and more. In my work, I've always led with what I call inclusive inclusion, because we really want to make sure that every underserved individual, whether they're Black, Latinx, women, immigrants, people with disabilities, are getting what they need from our sector. And so this is how NEI approaches our work. This is how I approach the work. And I hope that the impact that we're making in the community is long lasting. And I hope that we continue to make Mr. Smith proud. And so thank you again for recognizing me in this way.
Thank you, Pamela. We are all grateful for your service. As a member of CMF's Community Foundation Committee, I have the honor of presenting our final award, the Community Foundation Philanthropy Award. This award, established by CMF and the Michigan Nonprofit Association, honors individuals and families for their exceptional service and commitment for growing community philanthropy in Michigan on behalf of one or more community foundations through generosity of time, talent, and treasure. I am proud to present this award to William H. Piper, better known as Bill Piper. Over the years, the Piper family, under Bill's leadership, has demonstrated extraordinary service, commitment, and generosity in furthering the mission of the Community Foundation of Greater Flint. Bill and his family have supported countless transformational projects, working with the Community Foundation to build a strong community.
As a person who leads an organization focused on engaging people in the world of philanthropy, I have the opportunity to engage with a number of folks across our community in Genesee County. And none have been like Bill Piper, an amazing man who gives of his time and his talent and his treasure, but moreover of his community ties and his testimony to really make community a better place to live in and work in and contribute to. He is not only an amazing donor and an amazing philanthropist, but he's an amazing mentor and a friend. And I offer my congratulations to him today.
You pay me and my family a great honor with this award. And I'd like to express my appreciation to the kind people at the Council of Michigan Foundations for selecting me to receive the award, and to the special people at the Community Foundation of Greater Flint for recommending me for the award. It's really a humbling honor. I have been privileged to be able to live all of my professional life in the city of Flint, where I worked with some amazing and wonderful people in my own organization, but also with some very dedicated volunteers and philanthropists in the Flint community who taught me very much about what caring philanthropy is. And caring philanthropy is not measured in dollars. It's measured in lives that are changed for the better because somebody cared. I've also been very blessed to have had a loving wife, and I have a loving family of children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren that any husband, father, grandfather, or great-grandfather could ever hope to have. And now you have blessed me with this award. I'm deeply grateful, and I thank you.
Thank you, Bill, Pamela, Miriam, Becky, and Erica. We are grateful for your leadership. It was an honor to hear more about the efforts you are leading to affect transformative and equitable change in communities. And the celebration continues. All in our community of philanthropy will be invited to share messages of celebration with this year's award recipients. Later today, you will receive details in a conference communication highlighting the opportunity to record a brief video tribute to join in thanking the honorees for their service and commitment. While we may be virtual, we can still stay connected, celebrate, and lift each other up, now and always.